Liu Zui's new show Falling Blossoms Meet You Once More has passed the survey. It is normal to go on the web. Yuan Bingyan will return? In spite of the fact that there are as many film and TV works sent off each year as Guo Jiang's Hiking, there are a couple of works with exclusive standards. Falling Blossoms Meet You Once More featuring Liu Zui was initially a fantasy work with incredibly elevated standards, but since of the impact of the champion Yuan Bingyan, it is as yet muddled whether this work can be sent off. You should know that Meeting You Again in the time of Falling Blossoms has filled the crowd's assumptions since the shooting began, and the banner of Liu Zui wearing a red wedding dress with blood all over is much more attractive, like a divine being. In the case of nothing else, this is likewise a huge scope mannequin show that Liu Zui has featured in for such countless years. All things considered, he has been out of the circle with the supporting job of the bad guy in hit dramatizations previously. Despite the fact that his appearance and acting abilities are astonishing, he is shy of a main job show. After Yuan Bingyan's own strife, many individuals felt that the show Meeting You Again and Falling Blossoms would be covered. Who might have believed that the news that this work has gotten a circulation permit was as of late posted on the web? This is truly astounding, yet it is uplifting news for the two driving entertainers. All things considered, from the very outset of the work to the finishing of the work, the person's Reuters appearance is attractive. Specifically, Yuan Bingyan and Liu Zui both wore red wedding dresses for the Fight Hard banner. The enhanced visualization is lovely and stunning. From this banner, we can as of now see the profound snare of the hero in the play. Meeting You Again at the Falling Blossom season is adjusted from Xu Kei's novel of a similar name. It recounts the narrative of the god Jingxiu, played by Liu Zui, who needs to cross a camellia and the little devil Huangning, played by Yuan Bingyan, to turn into a pixie. However, is at last different by the little evil presence. Jingxiu eventually, it was transformed into a human story by Huangning. The first work of this work was not low in ubiquity, and Yuan Bingyan and Liu Zui were additionally at the center of attention around then. With the impact of the hit show Liu Li as an establishment, netizens have no assessment on the two-man CP. The style of Yuan Bingyan's wedding stills likewise took the crowd back to Zhuangji and Sifeng's wedding, with a brilliant Grin tyrannical. The Shangshan Jingxiu played by Liu Zui is overbearing and rich, and she truly deserved the Shangshan Jingxiu who was initially a brilliant peony. In the event that Yuan Bingyan hadn't been presented to individual issues, she would be a goddess with a generous fame. The camellia evil spirit Huangning has an exquisite and retro shape. From the beginning, she appears as though the red-dressed Zhujian in blade and sword III. The state of the white garments is additionally new and charming, and there are as yet little kids in the eyebrows and eyes, which makes individuals' eyes sparkle. It's a pity that she made an off-base step. She remained at a junction and strolled off course, and she could pay for her activities. As a rule, charge issues of entertainers will influence the work. However, Falling Blossoms Meet You Once More has proactively gotten a conveyance permit. Does this imply that Yuan Bingyan's rebound isn't far away? All things considered, she actually has 3 attempts to be communicated: Request of Thunder, Qing Chang Yu Qing Huan and Meeting You Again in Falling Blossoms. Obviously, it can't be precluded that this is the show's endeavors to recuperate misfortunes. In the event that Falling Blossoms Meet You Once More can be sent off, the huge idea will likewise decide to refresh the total works all at once. The speculation cycle is optional, and the work can be communicated as a triumph. Liu Zui featured in 2 works of Thrush and Long Wind Crossing in the wake of meeting the ruler in the time of Falling Blossoms. The presence of Reuters in the new show didn't dishearten everybody. Full stop. Whether Falling Blossoms Meet You Once More can be sent off is essential to Yuan Bingyan's rebound. Liu Zui will meet more reasonable characters, yet Yuan Bingyan is as yet unclear. Liu Zui's new show Falling Blossoms Meet You Once More has passed the audit. It is normal to go on the web. Yuan Bingyan will return? Is it true or not that you are anticipating the arrival of this work? Welcome to Pass on a Message to Examine in the Remark region. 02. The South Wind knows my brain. Chang Yi and Zhang Yuxi organized a sadomasochistic relationship. I'm truly desirous. Talking about Chang Yi, everybody ought to be know all about it. All things considered, he has arrived at the zenith of his life as of late, and he has showed up in numerous new hit television series. Chang Yi, previously known as Fu Shiki, was brought into the world on May 17, 1990 in Shaanxi District, Huaihua City, Hunan Territory. He moved on from the Focal Foundation of Show and is a film and TV entertainer in Central Area China. At 21 years old, he featured in his most memorable television series Tang Castle Excellence World. Afterward, he finished his own big-screen debut Tricky Love. In the following couple of years, he featured in the adolescent sentiment film Pardon Me, Cherishing You is Past the Point of No Return. The anticipation film Young Ladies Quarters played Lin Jingao in the Pixie show Quang Yun Zhi, and it is exactly a direct result of this show that he acquired the most fans and crowds who like him. Afterward, the adorable pet activity film Salvage Wong Starman, Furious Ocean Plunging Sand and Kindling Holy Tree, Liu Li, etc. Yet the current year's theatrics made him considerably more well-known with everybody. That is the Xiangxia show featuring Chang Yi and Yang Zi in 2022 Agarwood Rubbles and Agarwood Chuanghua. Certain individuals say that the justification for why this show is so famous is a result of the featuring job of Yang Zi, so it is so well known. However, I have to strongly disagree. I think the collaboration of the male lead is additionally vital. In the event that the legend isn't Chang Yi, perhaps this show won't be so famous. I as of late heard that the South Wind Knows My Psyche is coming. What's more, it will be sent off in Yunnan on November 12th, and the legend Chang Yi and Zhang Yuxi will organize a sadomasochistic close-to-home show. It is said that the play has passed the preliminary as soon as December 2021. In any case, it did have no to stop for quite a while, which made some hotly anticipated watchers extremely disappointed. The champion Zhang Yuxi in the play is likewise a major stunner who is renowned as a youngster. Zhang Yuxi, brought into the world on January 30th, 1991 in Dunhua City, Jilin region, is a film and TV entertainer and realistic model in Central Area, China. In October 2009, Zhang Yuxi came out on top for the title in the finals of the 7th Ruli Beauty Queen Challenge, subsequently authoritatively entering the big-time circle. The particular lovely face and beguiling figure are exceptionally well known among crowds, and numerous chiefs have taken their extravagant. He has shot numerous motion pictures and television series consistently, including A Decent Man in the Tank Tradition and Take the Tiger Mountain by Technique, Gardenia Blooms, My Dear, Princess Cygnus, and sci-fi dramatizations, Detainee of the Air in the City of Amnesia, My Dear Ruler, You Who Can't Embrace, Liu Li, and variety entry Nuang, When the Night Floods, and Zheng, etc. It is said that she was once the sweetheart of the public spouse, which likewise shows Zhang Yuxi's appeal. What's more, this The South Wind Knows Me has made everybody sit tight for an entire year, yet they actually haven't had the option to hang tight for the uplifting news. I didn't come, however I hung tight for another uplifting news. On December 7th, I got the uplifting news of Light Me, Warn Me. I trust this won't dishearten once more. For what reason do you anticipate the South Wind understands what I need to such an extent? This is on the grounds that the plot in this show is excessively gorgeous. This show is adjusted from Kulei's novel of a similar name. The play recounts the narrative of Zhu Jiayu, a specialist, who met Fu Yunshan, a medication scientist, during an abroad helpful salvage. The two were foes toward the start, however after the trial of life and demise, the two started to know one another and love one another, lastly turned into a wedded couple. There are a few benefits in portion of the affection television shows in this show, and The South Wind Knows My Heart likewise centers around the plots of rich families battling, siblings betraying one another, etc. Only a couple of moments of notice can keep many individuals in their strides. I need to like this show. Moreover, the flirtatiousness and adorableness in the play, personal kisses, loving embraces, and so forth can make individuals become flushed. For such a decent play, do you likewise expect to meet Usurner? 03. Strolling with the Phoenix, Zhao Liang arrived at another degree of magnificence, yet she was seriously scrutinized. Companions who have been following the show should realize that the show was sent off in Hengdian on June 14th this year, and the finale video was delivered on November 4th of that very year, and fans were fiercely yelling. This implies that this show will before long meet with you. Simultaneously, companions who have been drenched in Shuqiao history and can come out can clean up and rest calmly, in light of the fact that Yuan was certainly fished out of the water. Not in the least did she not become a SpongeBob SquarePants, yet she eliminated her tummy and turned out to be more delicate and exquisite. Woolen material. The watcher is likewise an individual from the expectation of the play. Adjusted from the novel of a similar name by Jiulu Fixiang, the play recounts the romantic tale between the last obvious god on the planet and ruler Bikang who was brought into the world with a pearl. Furthermore, the genuine god isn't the champion Shen Li, however the heartless and desireless god who has lived in separation for a huge number of years, played by Lin Jingxin. Lord Bikang isn't the legend, yet the courageous woman Shen Li. Her job setting isn't just attractive, yet additionally brimming with force. She was brought into the world with pearls, daring and great at battling, and can overcome the world with a silver weapon. She is a legitimate master of Satan world. There was Chukiao history previously, and it is normally no issue to challenge the gallant appearance once more. The distinction from the previous is that in this show, Zhao Liang has a lot more ladle-like outfits. Following quite a wall of precipitation, wearing a red shirt with long hair is truly lovely. She disappeared the blamelessness of the 1000 Bone of Blossoms period, and there is more immovability, delicacy, and astuteness in her eyes, which is extremely in accordance with the whole excursion of Chun-Li's job. Frankly, when I was simply pursuing the book, the location of a cult phoenix being sold as an oven was striking and clear. In a wide range of scenes, I generally felt that Yang Zi's Jinmi was before me. With top-to-bottom comprehension, Zhao Liang is most certainly truly reasonable regarding persistence and cheeky inclination. There are many battling scenes in the play, and Zhao Liang, who has consistently worked frantically, her suddenly won't frustrate. On the off chance that there is a high voice for Zhao Liang, there is an entertainer in this play who is truly come by fans consistently, and she is Yoko Rame. Frankly, in my impression, didn't Yoko Rame show up in an entertaining style? It wasn't unexpected that she featured in an exceptionally Japanese show previously, yet she showed up in this dramatization once more. As a matter of fact, there are not a couple of web-famous people who have changed into film and TV, which isn't as business as usual. Unusually, she played a wonder in the play. She is endorsed by her Chinese name Li Jianqi and plays Yulan. In the first novel, Yarlin is Fu Rongjin's sister, the granddaughter of the Sovereign of Paradise, and furthermore the goddess of Luotian. Obviously, she is definitely not a genuine goddess, however a title given to it by the sky. Shenli and Xingxing met her in Satan World. As a matter of fact, the book doesn't say whether she is the main magnificence or the subsequent excellence, yet Rame Yoko ought to play a great deal of parts in this play. Maybe, the fans are not focused on Lamu himself, but rather at the characters. All things considered, when a show emerges, fans maintain that it should be great. Regardless of whether it's flawed, it ought not be excessively hot. Goddess, Luotian. At the point when these four words emerge, regardless of whether they can't be more lovely than the courageous woman, they should adjust to the style of magnificence. Lamu is most certainly charming and exceptional, yet it's not comparable to discussing excellence in an ensemble show. Assuming she is here to be entertaining, it will cause fans to feel that the show is a piece screwed up. A few fans addressed whether she got together with Capital, and communicated their craving not to have her. Others said that they would surrender the show assuming she was there. I actually exhort my companions not to forsake the show effectively. The defects don't cover the benefits. How about we anticipate it together?